In this video, I'm going to teach you guys a practical way of how to improve in chess fairly quickly. In the first game, I will try my best to explain my thoughts and the reasons for my moves. After the first game, I will analyze and try to come up with trends or themes of the mistakes that I have made. And then the second game, I will be focused on being mindful of what those mistakes were, keeping those themes in the front of my mind. So without further ado, let's get into the first game. Oh, I love playing white first here. It's a great start. C5. Okay. Here we go. We're going to be playing the Grand Prix. They get that out, and I think I can go here. But before I do that, in this case, pretty sure I'm supposed to get this knight out. Now I can go here. Maybe I'm supposed to take. I'm actually not sure what I'm supposed to do already, but I will probably just take. Then go here. His checks are relatively harmless. I can attack the queen. Seems like a decent play. And yeah, so now, he's giving me the opportunity to kind of castle. Can't come in for a check, and his knight's still pinned. I can open this up to protect this, because that's what's being attacked, right? So let's just do that, actually. And then prepare the castle. Worst comes to worst, I might have to, like, swing this knight here. Okay. Alright. We've gotten off to a great start. I'm preparing to move this guy over here. At least that's the idea that I've been told. I can also attack the queen. I'm going to move the queen here, and then assuming bishop here, and then I go here. Little bishop for knight encouragement. Is that the best play I can think of? Over here. Or to h4. He will just castle. Yeah, let's kind of do a little adaptation here. Then I also can potentially have a tempo with the taking with the pawn, attacking the knight. Yeah. I kind of like the pawn moving, because then it kind of keeps his e6 pawn stuck there. He can attack it. I think I'm actually gonna take out the pawn, force him to move, and attack it. Okay, so he's not doing that. Now I'm tempted to go here, and then once he takes, then I take, check, then we're both doubled up. That doesn't seem too good, honestly, to me. Could do here, then he castles. Now, another thing that I was thinking about is here. I really actually like that. Because but it's a little bit too slow. Like 2 moves, that's really choreographed. And then moving here kind of gives up the old pawn protection from the queen. So I think I will take. Then he takes. Then he has kind of a stronger center. But then if I take, then I get to get my bishop here. How about I let him double, and I look to go here. Or protect this pawn like this, because I like the idea of attacking. So it's basically not encouraging, but I feel like it's discouraging him from taking on c3 because, I mean, he has to castle now, right? Because if he takes, then I go here. Then he has to, like, move here. And then I can take back. And then I get to take this pawn. So it's a doubled pawn for the price of taking two of his pawns. So it's an idea. And I really hope he doesn't resign. Because that means I'm going to have to redo this part of the video. But that means the video will actually not be as good. But maybe I can find some mistakes in the analysis. And then I can improve upon that. So that's pretty sad. But let's click the game review. See what we got going on here. Okay. I don't have one that mimics it. Okay, I adjusted my camera, and yeah, it looks like I played really, really well. 96.7% accuracy, 84.8 for my opponent. I mean, if you just look at this graph right here, it's dead even, and then I just kind of bloop up with my opponent's mistake, I assume that is. Yeah, that's pretty clean slate there for me. But let's review it, because I tried to make moves that made sense, and yeah, going for this little Grand Prix attack was my goal. And then here, I was like very disturbed because I'm not used to this. I need to review basic openings, like 3 moves in, obviously, for this opening anyways. So I take and he takes, and then I develop. The bishop pinning the knight, and then also allowing for quick castling opportunities. And he decides to keep his queen out in the open, but he did develop. So I decided to attack the queen, and I felt like that was a very good strategy. He moves back, attacking my f4 pawn. I push my pawn, protecting it, and he attacks, and I get exactly what I wanted, which is that bishop, light-squared bishop, taking out that knight for the Grand Prix attack. But it's a little bit awkward to me because I'm used to having the pawn here. So I was not prepared for this d5 push. Anyways, so I castle, he tries to get out his dark squared bishop. I do an okay move, preferring for the Grand Prix, but the best move is to just immediately attack the queen. Which is fine, I guess, now that I see it, because he doesn't have a pawn that can attack me. So he's going to have to give up. Well, somehow he can maneuver the knight and make my pawn stronger. Yeah, so it looks kind of tough for him to really deal with that. But resuming the analysis, I develop. I end up doing it anyways because I wanted to do that. I was confident him trading a bishop for my knight is not good. Just not good this early. Like, we don't have a locked pawn structure. We have a very open board. So that's advantage for me. And I take with pawn. And if I would have taken with queen, it's much, much worse. And I forget what I said during the game. But, yeah, I'm glad I took correctly. And then here is an excellent move. Taking, that doesn't feel right. Yeah, it takes my lead from 3.0 to 0.5. So I think I played a decent game there. There's actually not much to learn. But some things that I will go over for the second game that I'm about to queue up right about now is so my time management, so you can see he's about 2.5 minutes ahead of me in time. So I need to not search for like the perfect play, which I felt like I was doing a lot of this game. And besides time management, let's just look for space taking, mid control taking moves in the beginning. And then besides that, there's not much to say, but those are some of my weaknesses, and I hope to implement that right away. So here we go. E4. Yeah, let's play the Sicilian. It'll be great if he plays the Grand Prix, what I just played against. Yeah. So it looks like he may... Which did I miss this during the Grand Prix? Anyways. Yeah, let's just develop that knight. He's preventing this already? Very interesting. Okay, and now what I like to do here is I feel like he's going to get this queen out. I like to move here, as it blocks these two squares, so it makes his queen come out to only that square, but he should just develop the knight, honestly. Oh, he develops it that way, thinking he's trying to defend it twice, maybe get this knight more active. Okie doke. I think this is one of those cases where I actually do push e5. I don't want to take too much more time. It's only been 5 moves in a minute in the beginning. It's not ideal, so yeah. So in this case, I'm going to prevent this pin, because I don't think his bishop is doing very much here. And yeah, let's scoot it back. This is a nice little setup here. And we also get to develop our bishop. But this doesn't look very good, right? Because then I have to go knight on the rim, which is grim, and then push this. Possibly push this. So yeah, it looks kind of just ugly, if I'm being completely honest. Let's prevent pushing. Let's not commit to a castle. We may, or castle kingside that is, we may actually go this way. So, we've kind of calmed down. We're looking at the state of the game. And I think we kind of successfully pushed for and attacked the center. Try to make space with our pieces and pawns. So now, I'm going to focus more on time management. And we'll see how I do with that. So if I take here first, then he takes probably there. I can take here, but then I don't really see a follow. This may be a follow-up actually. Yeah, because then that makes that piece a little bit weaker. If he goes here, if he wants to, well, he cannot do that. So he's gonna probably pressure me. I go back. It's an idea actually, because I'm gonna push this pawn and take out this pawn probably. At the very least, it will block him in. So I don't like this backwards looking pawn. Yeah, let's take with the knight. And my audio just dropped, but I'll get it back because this headphones are silly. Okay. So yeah, I'm really thinking this idea. This, where he gets a tempo. I don't really want to let him have a tempo like that. So I'm tempted to go here. He doesn't have any good knight moves, I believe. Here, 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 and then that's just kind of nice. Potentially? Because then I can just go here and force it out. Yeah. So what was that play again? He is attacking this twice. I have 2 defenders. Let's go here. Hoping for this. If he pushes... Okay. I didn't really think of that. I knew I had 2 defenders of the piece on f6, but sadly one of them is a queen. So I cannot take first with a queen. So that was well played by him, but he kind of had a concession of getting rid of kind of a great knight. Like, look where his knight is. Like, I have no pawns that can attack it. So maybe it's not that great. But I have to think about d4, yeah. I can obviously just attack it. And then... That's a tough one. Or I can go here. No. This bishop's pretty bad. I'm simply going to go here with hopes that he's going to push d5, and then I can just hop right back into e5 with my knight. Okay, so now this bishop is officially bad. He has to scoot it over here. I'm really considering castling right now. Now I need to figure out where my queen is going to go. My time management has been awful, so let's improve that, like, now. Okay, let's get maximum security. Have my bishop develop while defending an extra pawn. And I freeze up my queen to not do that, but one of these squares. Okay. So, yeah, I'm not sure what he's doing here. But this can be a move. This can be a move. Also, this is hanging. So let's prepare for queenside castle with the rook to g8. And then potentially bishop h3, because then he cannot take. Okay, he's defending that square. Threatening these squares. If I move back and he goes here, that's a pin. That's not good. I can't move here. Ooh, this is rough. I have to move my queen then. Probably here. Let's go here. Let's just stop taking so much time. He has this move, attacking this twice. Still attacked twice. Let's castle. And then just lose a pawn. Let's lose a pawn. This bishop isn't doing good. It's never been set up to do well. His knight is very good. Again. But I believe he's going to actually get a little bit of compensation for it by taking f6. And yeah, so here we go. Now this is a temptation. Not take, because that opens up his bishop. So yeah, I'm going to go here. If he pushes, I just go back. Very simple. Attacking his queen, so he must take. Opens that up now. So he has to get his bishop up and off. He might think of these types of moves. 4 minutes to 7.5, so we're kind of failing. But at the very least, I see an opportunity. Takes, 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 and then I get to take. Honestly, it might be a brilliant move if he took with his other piece. Go here, then he takes. It's kind of forcing it, right? It's kind of nice. But this is kind of nice as well. Hmm. This is nice. It's scary. These are scary moves. I want to force his knight to take. Um, yeah, and I'm using too much time again. Like 42 seconds. This is just not good. Oh, he goes there. Shoot. Wait, what is that? He's offering the trade. I'm probably just gonna go back here. And this bishop is opened up. This is tough. You can push this as well. Yeah, maybe I should have just gone here. Try to move the rook around, but he's gonna get his bishop involved, connect the rooks. Maybe this should be my first game that I can talk about. That would have been a little bit better. He did just blunder a pawn, which I'm not gonna think twice about given how much time I have. If he can bring his other rooks in, I cannot check. This is deadly. That is yeah. But you know what else is deadly? That looks kind of nice. Threatening checkmate. I do have an eye on his rook. So that is something for me to consider strongly. I have this play. I have a couple volatile options because he takes here and then he's just really threatening to checkmate. So the game is spicy. I hope you guys enjoy this. A lot of yapping from me. Mainly trying to keep it focused to what I'm thinking. Relevant. Okay, here we go. Let's get this guy. Try to get him attack me and then I take. Please. Blunder. Really threatening. Not threatening that, I guess, per se. Ah, what is this guy doing? I can go here. Oh, I just take. What the heck? And if he takes back with the queen, I get the bishop. And either way, I'm going to be threatening something. But he just has this. This is what I'm scared about. Okay. So that's... Huh. Let's just take. We're getting low on time. He takes this. I line up my pieces. Oh, shoot. He takes and then he goes here. Oh, no, because my queen blocks it. But then he can go here. Then... Ooh. Ooh. But I have checks. I have like perpetual checks. I got this. If he goes here, then I have this, and then it's kind of nice. So I think I'm able to get out of this. What I'm really proud of, okay, that's a way to play. Here, and then yes, here. Honestly, I don't know of much what else that I should do. I might be getting mated. I mean, I can't tell. I'm happy that I turned my time management around. I started off horribly, but then I was able to save it a bit. So here, does he have any more checks? He has a mate. Shoot. I'm just gonna go. Oh, I can't go there. I have to go here. Maybe this is a perpetual. Just goes. Oh man. Well, I kind of went backwards with that game, and I really want to see what my review is, because maybe I will decide to play a third game, and then we can actually try to... Oh my gosh, 61%. This is just not a good game for me. But we can actually implement the point of the video now and find out what mistakes I did. And it's actually kind of hard to talk like this in a calm manner because I'm actually fairly frustrated with that game. Okay, so this is an awful move in accuracy. But what am I supposed to do here? Like, if I'm supposed to think, what am I supposed to do? And I feel like I should just go here, try to force F3. Or I can even go E6. Those are my two candidate moves. So let's click the best. But he's defending, right? Oh. And after here, then I go D5. Oh my gosh. Alright, let's continue. So he castles. I try to prevent instead of being aggressive or making my own plays. Oh, that's right. I guess I wasn't really doing that. But I kind of was, but these pawn moves are probably just not the best. Like what does it want me to do? It wants me to be more aggressive and actually take and like think through this tactic. So I'm just missing tactics. That's I don't think that's something I can fix game to game. Try to focus on the game to game improvements. Focusing on things to improve on via analysis. Yeah, so just missing that. C4 here. Man, it's just disappointing. I just thought like he took, then I took, and then he took, then I could just take here. But he can just also just push. Anyways, so let's try to think of the theme and or the reason why things did not work out. Because I'm down 2.9. Like this is where things got bad. And it probably was just the pawn take, right? Yeah. So just allowing this. It's so bad doubling the pawns. So yeah, I should have just developed. Wow, who would have guessed? But then the reason why I didn't do this move, and I was thinking about it in my head, just it seems so obvious. Like, why would I give up a bishop for his knight? Well, I don't need to think of it in those terms. Those terms are fine to think of, but you also at least have to think at the same time, is his knight a good piece? Is my bishop a good piece? My bishop is a terrible piece. His knight is a great piece. So I should be okay with this trade, and offering it, developing, allowing a nice castled structure without any doubling of pawns. So that's a big takeaway, and actually we're just gonna continue off of that and go with those ideas, identifying ways to develop and ways to avoid doubling our pawns, and identifying not only if a piece will be traded, but if it's a good piece or a bad piece. Okay, that's a lot of talking. I hope you guys are enjoying it. Tell me some of the strategies that you guys have been using to improve your chess games, if you've made it this far, obviously. So I can eventually get this bishop out, but I need to go for a pin. Like I need to go for the space-taking, attacking moves. So taking seems right. I just like this idea. He's attacking this, not worried about it. I can just push. It looks a little awkward, but it allows me to... It allows him to check. So let's just develop, I think. Yeah, let's get an early start on our development. We have the opportunity to attack his queen if he keeps it there. What else am I thinking? Our pawn structure's mediocre at best. Development is fairly even. I think Black has done a good job. It feels pretty even. I think if I take, then it's fine. But I think pressuring this is better. Let's think it through. This is a critical moment already. So he can check. That's the issue that I'm having with this. But then I'm able to kind of develop. So I actually don't have an issue with it. Taking more space, center, and attacking. But I am allowing him to develop nicely, potentially. But I think I'm, instead of blocking this way, how should I block? Maybe I can block this way. Well, if he goes here, then I don't need to worry about this knight because his queen is still under a threat. So maybe I should develop this. Okay. Okay. So let's possibly back it up, right? Swinging it here, attacking seems very bad. Man, I'm at a loss for words. Let's just take, because look, I need to look through this line. So take, then he takes, then I take, then he gets to take. Then what? Then things are kind of, it's not too bad. I mean, I can just go here, right? I guess that's what'll happen. Let's just do that. I don't know why it took me so long to think of that, but whatever. At least I figured out a plan. I can push, or I can just go here, and I'm going to go here because then I get to develop that bishop along a very powerful path. So yeah, that took me 1 minute to figure out, but it was a wonderful minute, I'll tell you that. Okay, so what's he threatening here? Not much. So now it's kind of awkward for him to develop that. Yeah, so let's go here. Now if he castles, what happens? If I go here, we trade, and I have a nice little guy there. That's a nice little guy. Nice little knight coming into d5. And again, if I go d5 with my knight, then he can't really easily attack me because his pawn is blocked by his knight. So, remember what our focus is from the previous game. How do we get better at chess? Focus is... Oh, he castles queenside. Wow. The focus is to prevent doubled pawns and to look and see what our strong pieces. All right, let's castle here. He could bring this, take. Well, yeah, no. I don't think he can actually do that right now because he was hanging this pawn. All right, here we go. I think d5 is still coming in. I don't like the look of that. So let's just go there and then here probably. Then he gets a check. Then I just go here. Oh no, I can take. Yeah. Let's get it on the open file. I'm moving probably a little bit too fast for myself. Like I feel slightly uncomfortable. But yeah. So is it worth me doing d5 now? Then he goes c6. Then what do I do? Well, actually, going here, it blocks us so the knight is... makes it so the knight's getting blocked. This is kind of threatening that, but then that doubles my knight. So let's go here. And he's going to probably go here. Which is fine, because then I'll just move here, and then I'll get it under. And then... I feel he's in an awkward position, right? Like, where does his knight... Or not where does his knight, but where does his... Where do his pieces go? Okay. I guess he's going threatening this. Do I go back? I probably take here, right? So that way I can have a piece on an open file, but then he's just gonna, yeah. So I have to go here and then probably here. Or I can go here. So if I go here, and that is a temptation to allow him to go here. And I don't think back rank mates are an issue because I have my knight taking that, and I can just take an extra move if he... So, what's the play? So I go here, attack, he takes, and then I move here, and then he can't take any other piece immediately, so then I get to take this piece and threatening this. So that's kind of nice. Just move the king over, but then... Whatever, I'll just move my rook back. Now, am I willing to do that? Well, of course I am. I'm a crazy person. Moving here just seems so inactive, right? So... yeah, let's do that. And then from here, I mean, I just feel like my king is in an awful position. Here. But then what if he moves his knight back here and here? Then what do I do? Well, okay. Clearly not doing that type of thing. Got it. Okay, now I can just go here, right? Allow my king the fastest way to center. Yeah, I'm giving up quite a bit. I think I'm losing this game, 100%. My time management has been awful. What? And I just missed that move, so... oh, I'm a failure, but oh well. Now I'm just extremely frustrated. Beyond. Frustrated. My rook is bad. Giving up so many things. Oh man. Guys, I really need your help to tell me what's going on. Like, why can't I play chess? This is just so pitiful. Right here. And then where do I go? I'm almost trapped. Goes there, then I think I get the take, I guess. And here's kind of nice as well too, because, well, no, it's not that nice. If I go here, then I get to push the c pawn. little outpost. Then I get the pressure B7. I mean, I don't even know why I'm talking. Like, he's 2.5 minutes up. Yeah. Okay, but he allows it. So let's see. No mates, right? I mean, not mates, but let's go here, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what he's thinking. It feels like he might have made a mistake. We'll have to check move 30. In the analysis. Yeah, so now I can just go here. Or in here, right? Here first isn't... That's just stupid. So I should go here, right? Then he attacks it. Then I can no longer take this. Huh. Yeah, that's an issue. But, this is very interesting. He attacks it that way instead. This game is so lost, folks. Or is it? Yeah, it is, 100%. Talking about. So I can attack his rook. What do I do here? I feel like there's actually a tactic. Yeah, so take with that, then I get to take with this, but then it's like, no. Undefendable. Just a sad game. Let's just attack. Then he moves over to C2. Obviously. And what was my plan? There's zero plan. What am I doing? Okay. I will move towards the center. Oh, he has me trapped. That's not a good look for me. That's an awful look. Yeah. Well, I might end this video short, but you guys can see the rises and falls in my rating climb up to 1600 I got. And then shortly before that, I was able to get closer to 1700. There's some playlists linked below, but yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. And yeah, let's just ride it out, watching me lose and hopefully becoming less frustrated and a little bit more accepting of the results. Help me, guys. Help me.